Have you ever looked at some people and wondered, what is their secret? What separates the folks who just seem to win all the time from everyone else? It's way more than just luck or talent. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden biological code that actually drives success. And the best part is, it's something you can learn to trigger yourself. So let's dive in.
It's a really frustrating question, isn't it? You see one person just glide from one success to the next, almost effortlessly, while someone else just can't seem to get out of a slump, no matter how hard they try. It feels unfair. But what if the answer has less to do with fate and a whole lot more to do with biology? Believe it or not, the key to unlocking this whole puzzle isn't buried in some complex study on humans. Nope. It comes from a brilliantly simple experiment involving two ordinary mice and one very, very narrow tube. Okay, so this experiment, it's famously known as the tube test. And honestly, its simplicity is what makes it so genius. Researchers just wanted to boil competition down to its purest form and see what happens when two individuals go head-to-head. And here's the critical part. These mice are completely evenly matched. No advantages in size, in strength, nothing. On paper, they are total equals. It's a level playing field. Now, you probably know that mice don't really like to share. So once they're in that tube, a little power struggle begins. They push and they shove, and eventually one mouse gives in and gets forced out. So you have a clear winner and you have a clear loser. But this is where it gets really fascinating. The researchers take our little champion mouse and immediately put it back into the tube. But this time, it's up against a brand new, totally fresh competitor who hasn't fought before. So the big question is, what do you think happens now?
Well, the results are just staggering. The mouse that just won now has an 80% chance of winning its next contest. Just think about that. It went from a 50-50 coin flip to an absolute favorite, all because it won one time. This is not luck. It's a real, measurable pattern.
So what in the world is going on inside that mouse's brain? Well, that first victory triggered a chemical reaction, a huge surge of testosterone. That hormonal shift literally rewired the mouse in that moment, making it more confident, more aggressive, and basically priming it to win again. And this powerful biological feedback loop, well, it has a name, and it applies to us, to humans, just as much as it does to mice. It's called the winner effect. To put it simply, winning actually changes your brain chemistry, which in turn makes you more likely to win again. It's the real science behind what we call being on a roll or in the zone. Every single victory, no matter how small it seems, is physically and mentally getting you ready for the next challenge. This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Success isn't just a series of random, disconnected events. It's a chain reaction. One win creates the perfect conditions for the next one, building this momentum that can start to feel completely unstoppable. But, and this is a huge but, the effect is a double-edged sword. Just as winning creates this incredible upward spiral of success, losing can kick off a downward spiral. A loss can actually lower your confidence, make you more timid, and make you more likely to lose again, exactly like that first mouse that got pushed out of the tube. Okay, so understanding the science is cool, for sure, but the real question is, how do we actually use it? How can we intentionally get our own upward spiral going? Let's break down how to actually hack this system for ourselves. And this is the million-dollar question, right? If you feel like you're on a losing streak, how on earth do you manufacture that first win to reverse the momentum and start programming your brain to expect success? And here it is. This is the ultimate hack, the one insight that gives you all the power. Your brain. It literally does not know the difference between an objective, real-world win and something you simply perceive as a win. As long as you genuinely register something as a victory, you get the same biological payoff. Let's look at this classic example. So the objective outcome is you didn't get the phone number. That can feel like a failure. But what if you reframe it? Instead of focusing on the outcome, you focus on the process. You know what? I succeeded in overcoming my fear and talking to someone. In that moment, your brain doesn't register failure. It registers a huge win against fear, and it gives you that dose of confidence you need to try again. So here is your practical toolkit. It's just 3 steps. First, reframe setbacks. Find the win in the process. Second, start acknowledging your small wins. Stop brushing them off like they're nothing. And third, be proactive. Intentionally create
Tiny, almost ridiculously easy victories just to get the ball rolling.
And when I say micro, I mean micro. The goal here isn't to conquer the world in one afternoon. It's to create a win so small that it is absolutely impossible for you to fail. Reading one page, doing a single push-up. These things trick your brain into getting started, and each one is a small but real deposit into your confidence account.
And all those small deposits, all those micro wins, they're not just fleeting moments. They are the raw materials you're going to use to build something much more permanent and much more powerful. I want you to think of it like this. Every single time you reframe a failure, every time you acknowledge a success, every little micro win you complete, it's like a blacksmith's hammer hitting hot steel. You are slowly but surely forging a suit of psychological armor for yourself. And this armor, it isn't about arrogance or being cocky. It's about deep, earned resilience. It's the kind of genuine confidence that only comes from having a long track record of wins behind you. And it's what allows you to face bigger and bigger challenges without being crippled by the fear of failure. So really, what this all means is that your story is not written in stone. You're not just destined to be a winner or a loser. The winner effect gives you the power to become the author of your own momentum. You can build your own upward spiral, one small, perceived win at a time. So I'll leave you with this one question. It doesn't have to be monumental. It just has to be a win. Think about it. What is the one small thing you can do, maybe even right now, to start hammering out that very first piece of your armor?